My name is Justin Pawlak, and I am a professional drift driver. I drive in the Formula Drift series, which is basically the premier drifting series in the world. I actually drift a 2018 Roush Performance Ford Mustang. I designed a lot of the parts on it. Being that I built it, I designed all the suspension, because you can't really go to Jegs or Summit and order drift suspension for a brand new Mustang. So I developed that back in 2015 along with Hometown Fabricating. We developed the rear suspension, and then I prototyped the front suspension to get nearly 75 degrees of a steering angle. All the suspension is available on my website, Hotline Garage, so go check it out. Self-plug right there. The VMP feed setup, the 8-rib setup, it's been working fantastic. I've been running it for 3 years with no issues. I knew right away that the factory 6-rib setup was potentially going to be an issue with how much throttle modulation that we do in drifting. So I ended up contacting Justin at VMP, and he got me set up with an 8-rib kit. And like I said, it's been working flawlessly for the last 3 years. Why a Mustang? I actually started drifting a Mustang in 2010, and I wasn't like a huge fan until I had an opportunity to drive that chassis, and immediately I fell in love. The power delivery is crazy from the Coyote, especially a supercharged Coyote, and the chassis is actually very good for drifting. Even the old S197 chassis is really good, but even more so the S550. The amount of angle that that thing can carry, the amount of grip that it has, you know, Ford did an amazing job with the redesign, and I am very fortunate to be able to drive that car. My favorite part of being involved in motorsports is, well, for one, I mean, it's a job that I think a lot of people would love to be able to do, and I'm very fortunate to be able to call that a career. For drifting specifically is, you know, the self-expression that I can put into building the car and also driving the car. There's not many motorsports that you have an opportunity to build a car, style it the way you want it, and then also be able to like rip it around the track like we do. When I first got involved in motorsports, it was actually like straight into drifting. The first time I ever got on a track was at a drift event. I was in the process of building a track car, but when I found drifting or came across drifting, I actually immediately sold that other car and bought a car to build into a drift car, and that was back in 2005. My favorite track to drift is hands down Long Beach. For one, it's the beginning of the season, so it's, you know, really special. But then also the backdrop and just being able to drift on streets legally, there's nothing that really beats that. The poster I had on my wall when I was a kid was actually a Lamborghini Countach. My dream car now is actually kind of a quirky one. It's a 1960 Ford Galaxie Starliner. I actually own it. I'm in the process of like resto modding it, and I'm looking forward to dropping in a 572 cubic inch Ford Performance big block here in the next couple months. But it's already linked, it's bagged, it's on weld 20-inch wheels. And yeah, I mean, in probably 5-10 years, it'll be where I want it to be. Pineapple on pizza? Absolutely. Only with ham, though.
And you want to go check out our GT500?
Yeah, let's do some burnouts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.